Metro Nashville is moving to protect a critical piece of Beaman Park, keeping it out of the hands of developers. The mayor, Freddie O'Connell, announced today that 300 acres has been acquired to expand the park. He called it a once-in-a-generation opportunity. The new property is more than twice the size of Centennial Park and home to an urban forest where most trees are 70 to 100 years old, some even dating 200 years back to before Nashville was even a city. The mayor said these acres could have been sold off, so locking in this space was critical.
My guess is if we weren't protecting this land, Councilmember Kimbrough would have people knocking on her door offering to redevelop it. And so I think what you've heard from everybody today is the importance of conservation in this particular stretch.
Now, this deal is almost done. On July 10th, the Conservation Fund closed on the land. Next month, the Metro Parks Board will consider the transfer of land into the park system. And if everything stays on track, Metro Council will make it official in September.